Do you remember that feeling when you were young, living out the storms that life threw at you, trying to find your path through life and understanding who you really were inside? 30 years later, I find myself waking up to the same old every day. I jump on this machine and I ride it for hours and hours. Are any of us really living the dream that we set out to live as young men and young women starting out in life? Are we? Or are we just stuck doing what we've done day after day after day? Almost every one of us that lives in America has mowed grass in our lifetime. Some of us enjoy it, some of us hate it. Many of us, it was simply a childhood chore that we tried to get out of and just procrastinate as long as possible to get done. Am I right? And I'll take it a step further to say nobody that is mowing grass for a living right now had this on their list of dreams and accomplishments in your life. Take a second and leave in the comments below what your very first life dream was as a child. Mine personally was to own a ranch and be a cowboy. To own all that land, beautiful, beautiful world that God created, and taking care of beautiful horses. That was my dream. What was your very first dream? I want everybody to know that we do this for a living. We do this to support our families, to support ourselves, to live this life that we have been thrown into. Life taught us when we were young we could be and do anything we wanted. And it's kind of a lie. It's a huge deception, because the reality is I wouldn't have spent 30 years mowing grass if I really, truly had a choice in my life. Would you be doing what you do in life every day if you truly had the choice? It's a good question, isn't it? For the past 2 years, my youngest son Dalton, has been out here working with me, busting his ass hard, okay? Doing everything to the best of his ability out here to make sure everything is perfect. Because he knows that's what my success is based on: perfection, effort, and never-ending hard work. Dalton's dream in life was not to be out here mowing grass with his father at age 19 for 10 to 12 hours a day in the hot blazing sun. His dreams and ambitions, every single minute of his life, was devoted to becoming a professional soccer player. In the year 2020, when he was supposed to be looked at by all the colleges in his junior year of high school, that season was canceled. The next season, no colleges were recruiting at all for any sports. That year, 2020, screwed everybody up when it came to getting looked at and getting drafted to the colleges that you were trying your hardest your entire life to get into. Unfortunately, that is reality for hundreds of thousands of young people that lived through this experience, we'll call it. So many of us go through the same frustrations mentally, internally, about how our lives are going and how they're ending up, and you feel like you have no control over it, you know? You're not the only one that feels like that. Almost all of us have felt like that in the past. I spent 30 years locked inside my own thoughts, trying to figure out my future plans in life, where I was headed, what I could accomplish, how I could strike it rich, you name it. I was contemplating the future nonstop. And finally, I've looked up and I've realized something. The only thing that I've been striving for the last 20 years of my life, 25, is to accomplish a high-paying salary to make my lifestyle easy for my family. That was it. And I finally looked up from my daydream of life, and I've accomplished that. So now I'm 45. I'm young, just like many members of my audience here. We're young still in life. What's our next step in life? What is our dreams? Now that we've accomplished the 6 figures, do we have the freedom to chase our dreams? And if you're young, do you have the effort to put in to get to this point? To get to that point in life that you finally are secure financially, and now finally you can focus on accomplishing your new dreams in your new adult life. The adult life of reality is you bust your ass hard every day, you earn money because that's what you have to do. That's it. Once you've made that money to pay all those bills, then you can start focusing on you and your own happiness. Checking in real quick. This woodline on the list for August. When it dries out, this tall turf fescue's not growing. Hey, wherever you're at, you have slow times, right? Line this stuff up way ahead of time, okay? This woodline gets pushed back, limbed up, and total landscaping all the way down. A couple beautiful hedgerows we're gonna put in. Hey, if you have a favorite shade, evergreen, hedgerow plant scheme, throw it in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. We might use yours on this design. Wouldn't that be cool? We'll check back in. Boom.